the last few months. So, in your mind, what's gone wrong, and how are you going to fix that? How is this team actually going to look any different under you?
Yeah, it's not my place to say what's gone wrong or what's gone wrong or what's gone right. It's my full focus is on Leeds. I've got a massive game on Sunday, so all I am thinking about is Leeds as a team, weaknesses, strengths, our strengths, our weaknesses, and how we're going to prepare for that game. That's literally my focus.
You say that you don't want to dwell on what's gone wrong, but you're part of that coaching setup where things have gone wrong, and unless you know what they are, how do you put them right?
I didn't say I don't know what they are. I said I'm not going to discuss them today. And all our focus is on is improving the team performance for Leeds United.
When you had the job last time, you talked about the respect you immediately got from those players, having come up from working in other parts of Chelsea. This time you have been in and amongst them, and there's clearly a disconnect between what's gone on with the players and the manager before. So have you had to have a clear the air meeting? Have you drawn a line under it? What have you said to them about the past, where you are now, and what you hope for the rest of the season?
We haven't had a clear the air meeting. We have got the group focused for Sunday, spoken about the game plan and how we're going to approach the game both in and out of possession. And it's really important that we have a real focus for the game on Sunday. We can't be thinking about anything else. What's gone on in the past doesn't need to be spoken about. It's just everything geared towards Sunday.
You say that, but when the level of performance was what it was against Brighton, I mean, you know better than most what those players are capable of, and you know what you saw. Is there anything within that needs addressing to lift the mood?
Yeah, we definitely need to improve the performance. The performance against Brighton wasn't good enough, we know that. And it's about trying to figure out the reasons why from a technical and tactical perspective and make sure that the group are in a better place to execute the game plan on Sunday.
Technical and tactical is one thing. The mentality of these players and playing at the level that we know they can is something completely different. How big a part has that played over the past few weeks, that mentality of playing for the club and the manager?
Yeah, there isn't any. I'm not saying technical or tactical is more important than physical, psychological, whatever you want to call it. They're all important, and we need to make sure we're right in every area for the game on Sunday. It's playing a really good side, and we need to be at our best to beat them.
Have you spoken to Liam?
I spoke to Liam. Yeah.
Did you? And did he have a chance to say goodbye to the players? Because obviously it was a day off, wasn't it, on Wednesday when club party company with him?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's done that or how that's been done. I spoke to him on the phone on Wednesday, it must have been, I think it was.
How was he?
Yeah, he was good. It was a good conversation. I've got a lot of respect for Liam. I didn't know him before he came to the club, and he welcomed me in brilliantly and made me a part of his staff. So I have a really good relationship with Liam, and I'm gutted that it hasn't worked out.
And I just wondered, it was Man City away last time before he wasn't it? It's Wembley this time, huge game for the club. Have you got many previous visits to Wembley? Have you been there? Have you coached in some sort of other capacity there? When was the last time?
No, I haven't coached at Wembley. I've been to Wembley. I was at Southampton when we got to the playoff final, so that was probably the most recent time I was at Wembley.
And how much are you looking forward then to what lies away on Sunday? I mean, we talked about how incredible it was for Man City away and taking on Pep. I mean, this is huge again, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone's excited. The whole group, the whole club. It's a massive game, great opportunity to get to an FA Cup final. It's why you do the job we do. So yeah, we're all really excited and looking forward to the game.
Thanks, Gal. John?
Hi, Calum. What did you make of the performance on Tuesday night? Because it looked like the players weren't playing for the manager or the coaching staff, which has to be a concern, isn't it?
Yeah, the performance wasn't good enough. Everyone associated with the club knows that. The players know that. And I thought Brighton were very good on the night, and I don't think they've got enough credit. I think they're in a really good place. They're a really good side with a really good manager. But our performance wasn't good enough, and we're going to address that on Sunday and make sure that we perform to our level that we know that this group's capable of.
Is that a fair assumption that the players weren't playing for the management? And if that is the case, how do you turn that around and improve it?
Yeah, who's to say? Like, it's not anything I would comment on.
What's the biggest challenge you think you've got now?
making sure that the lads are prepared for the strengths of Leeds and making sure we're ready to expose the weaknesses. And there's still a lot of belief in this group. This group's had, I know it's been tough recently, but we've had some good games this year, good performances against top sides in recent history. So there's a lot of talent. Some of those players in there are some of the best players in the world for their position. So there's still a belief within us we can turn this around and get our season back on track.
It's one of the hardest things getting everybody on board and believing in you and what you're saying and your philosophy.
No, I have a really good relationship with the players. Our process will be the same as when I did interim before, and I work the way I know how to work. And everyone's on board and we're ready for Sunday. How
will it be different from what Ian did? Will we see a difference in the way you want to play, or will it be pretty similar?
I don't think I'm going to talk tactically today. I'll keep that private, but we're ready for Sunday.
Thanks, John. Simon?
Hey, Calum. Is the dressing room united? Like, we talk a lot about sort of issues with Liam, but is the group united together? Because obviously some players sort of seem to be quite vocal about what's been going on, and others perhaps were more sort of focused on Chelsea and getting the best out of the season.
Yeah, we've spoken to the group about the remaining games and what's still to play for, and from my perspective, the whole group are united in the fact that we want to try and win every single game from now to the end of the year. Make it as simple as that, and we start that on Sunday. So again, the same thing I'm saying to you guys is what I'm saying to the players. Let's just get the next 3 days right. Let's make sure we're ready for Leeds and make sure we're performing well against Leeds, and we'll go day by day on that.
Do they have to inevitably take responsibility as well for what's happened? And this is the chance for them they've got to answer, provide an answer and prove themselves.
What's happened, sorry?
As in the Liam going, they've got to take their share of responsibility, and that they sort of got to own Chelsea for what's happened as well.
Yeah, of course, they're on the pitch. They're top players that can perform at a really high level, and that hasn't happened for whatever reason, and they'll take their responsibility in that, of course, but you've got to adapt, you've got to move on, you've got to be ready for the next challenge, and the next challenge is Leeds.
Thanks, Simon.
Can I just quickly ask about team news? There's quite a few injuries, like Esteval, is Cole back, and Pedro back. Any sort of guidance on the players?
Yeah, Esteval unfortunately won't play for us this season. He's going to be out for a little bit of time, so that's really unfortunate, especially for someone so young and so talented. But we're here to support him and be around him. João and Cole, they trained. They're in a good place. We don't know yet, so we've got another day tomorrow where we'll have a look at them and make a call after that. Thank you.
Thanks, Simon. Carrie?
Hello. Just following up from that and say it's a bit of a close call on João and Cole. How any chance that either of them are ready to start rather than just come off from the bench to it?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, they're going to train tomorrow, and we'll make a call after that. So yeah, we're hopeful.
So one or two of them pushing for a start. Good. With the best about you, is there a chance that he can make the World Cup, or is there a realism that that's going to be too soon for him?
I'm not sure on that, if I'm honest. I just know that he won't be available for us, so I'm sure he's very hopeful he can make the World Cup, but I don't know on that.
This is an historical rematch of the 1970 FA Cup final. With your experience going to Wembley with Southampton, what can you take from that experience? Have you spoken to any other coaches about leading Chelsea out to Wembley, where they've had great success in the past, but recently just come under the line of the last hurdle?
Yeah, Leeds and Chelsea is always a big game. There's a rivalry there for various reasons. I haven't spoke to anyone about what it's like to lead a team out in Wembley. For me, it's just a game of football. It's 11v11, and you try and make it, just like last time, you try and make it as normal as possible and stick to your day-to-day processes to hopefully get the best performance and result.
I know you say you don't want to give too many tactics away, but we saw a really fluid attack that you experimented with in your spell over 2 matches. Is that something that you enjoyed implementing and could look to again this weekend?
Yeah, we want to take control of the game. We want to play our game. We want to play the game that suits the players in our group the best. So, we want to be aggressive and attack the game.
João Pedro, Cole Palmer, such important leaders on the pitch. I'm wondering if Cole's not there and it goes to penalties, as it has so often with Leeds United's recent games, who would be the first leader to